Hi and welcome back to another video of mine, and this is going to be my June wrap-up. I still have 5 days left in June and I am in the middle of 2 books, but we are going to talk about them later. I'm definitely going to be finishing them before June is over, but anyways, let's just start with the worst book, shall we? Yeah. And that's Abby Jimenez, The Friend Zone. I have talked so highly of Abby Jimenez's Part of Your World series. I loved it so much. I adore it. It's one of my favorite romance series. And then she wrote something like this. I don't know what to say. I'm so disappointed. But yeah, it's called The Friend Zone, and this is also a series. And when I was reading the reviews, I saw that the second book seemed a lot better. You do follow these 2 characters, Kristen and I cannot remember his name. Josh. Josh's best friend and Kristen's best friend is getting married, and they are the maid of honor and the best man, and that's how they suddenly just have to be around each other a lot. And then Josh gets a job by Kristen to design these dog things. Anyways, Kristen is in a relationship with someone in the army, so there's a lot of emotionally, I cannot say that word, cheating, and almost physical cheating as well. Joss is like talking other women down to talk Kristen up, and there's just this casual conversation about gun ownership, and there are just so many things wrong with this. I overall did like the chemistry between Kristen and Josh, but there was so much that could have been avoided if they have just talked in the beginning about a problem, and that's a fertility problem. Chris has a lot of fibroids, and that's why she can't get pregnant, apparently. Josh wants a big family, and so she's like, I don't want to disappoint him, because if I tell him that I can't get pregnant, he will still be with me, and then I steal his chance to become a father. So that's why she won't tell him anything. But anyways, they just keep doing, their thing. But if she just had said that, all the miscommunication would have been avoided, and I was like, this story could have been done in 2 pages. So that's gonna be a no for me, a 2-star. I don't know if I want to read the second book. I do want to say trigger warnings. There's also someone who dies in a traffic accident. There's fertility problems. Check out the trigger warnings. Then we have the next book, the second worst book that I read. But I think this one is more of a 3-star, so it's not that bad. But it's called Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. And I wanted to love this book. What I thought was that it was going to be a great thriller. I love the cover. This book has gotten so much praise, and it was so underwhelming. You follow Miri and Leah. Leah has been on this submarine mission and has been away for a very long time, and something went wrong, and they were not supposed to be down underwater for that long. And now she's back, and you mostly follow Miri's perspective, where she is observing Leah and how much this mission has changed her. I think that's where, is it called like surrealism? Magical realism? Something like that is coming into the story. Water is coming out from her eyes, from her nose. Stuff is happening to Leah, and it was just so weird. You do not know what's going on. It's so unclear. And this book is not really focused on the plot. It's more focused on atmosphere and language and that whole thing. And yeah, there can be some beautiful descriptions, but it really wasn't my style. I thought it would be more plot driven, and this was so weird, and I just had no clue what was going on. And the ending, I'm still not getting it. If you have read this book, please leave a comment, because I don't know, I'm so confused and a bit underwhelmed, I guess. Then we have The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Shafak. This book moves between London and Cyprus, and it follows the development that happened in the 1970s. There were a lot of political things happening. Cyprus was a really violent place at the time. Then you follow this family that escaped to the United Kingdom, or at least it was just this boy who got sent away. And then he goes back to find the love of his life, and then they both move to London and they have this girl. And it's the girl's and the father's perspective, and the fig tree's perspective. And I think, again, I was a little bit underwhelmed with the story because of the fig tree's perspective. I mean, sometimes it was nice, but there was just so many descriptions of trees and flowers and animals, and it was a little bit hard to stay focused. Again, not so plot driven, but more than Our Wives Under the Sea, so that's better, but still, it focused again a bit more on language and characters and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know, it's just not my thing. It was okay, so I think it's more a 3.5, not a low 3-star. And the political issues that was going on in the 1970s in Cyprus, that was really interesting to learn about. I didn't know much of that history. And also I do want to read books that takes place in other parts of the world than just the English-speaking countries. So that was also nice, even though it also centers around United Kingdom. But anyways, I had heard great things about this book and about Elif Shafak, and I think that's why I was a little bit disappointed. But overall, it was okay. I would still recommend it, I guess, but I just had higher hopes for it. So I think I have 2 4 stars, or maybe like a 4.5. Funny Story by Emily Henry. I still have a little bit left, but it is a Emily Henry book, and I definitely do enjoy this as well. You follow Daphne and Miles, and Daphne and Miles' ex-partners are getting married. They actually dumped Daphne and Miles just like that, and then they are getting married a few months later. So, but anyways, they are like forced to move in with each other because they can't afford otherwise, and then they start a little romance. And also the fake dating trope, trying to get revenge on their ex-partners, ex-fiancés. It's really cute. It's really sweet. I love the chemistry between them, and it is a classical Emily Henry book, so I think it's going to be a 4.5. I still think I like Happy Place and People We Meet on Vacation more, but this one is right in the middle. It's very good. And then I am also listening to The House of Spirits right now by Isabel Allende. I think this book is more like a clean 4-star. This is a family saga. It takes place in Chile, and you follow this family over many years, and there's also some magical elements to it, because multiple people there are able to foresee the future. But again, it also describes a lot of the political issues that have been happening in Chile, and that's really interesting. So it is definitely also a historical fiction, but I think it's going to be like a 4-star. I'm in the middle of the audiobook, but maybe I'll give like a small update in the end also on this one, because if the last pages are going to be about miscommunication, I will be a little bit disappointed, but hopefully not. And then the best book that I read in June was The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This is a thriller, so I'm really surprised, but I think I'm going to give it 5 stars. This was just done so well. This is my first book by Liz Moore, and I definitely have to read more books from her. It starts with this summer camp at the family when Lars place. They are owning the camp, but they are not running the camp, and their daughter is going to this camp this year. And she disappears. 16 years ago, their boy also went missing. So what is going on here? Something weird is going on. You follow this police investigation. You also follow the police investigation that surrounded the boy back then, and also the characters surrounded the older brother that went missing, and then the characters that are surrounded by Barbara Van Laar, the girl that went missing. Yeah, it all like comes together in the end, but the mystery of this book is just, it's clever. That's what I wanted to say. It's really clever. I have read nothing like it. It's good. It's really good. So I'm happy to have found a 5-star this month, because I was a little bit worried there. But yeah, this was really good. It was. I'm usually not a big thriller person, but they're starting to warm up on me. This one definitely did. So yeah, that was my June wrap up, and maybe I'll just give a little update when I have finished the other books. I just thought it would be really nice to film right now, so that's what I did. And yeah, please like this video if you liked it and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye, take care. So I am back with a final update, and yes, it is gonna be a 4.5 star from me. I really liked it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say with this one. And The House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende, I also finished that audiobook, and yeah, I think that is still gonna be a 4 star as well. I will say though, I also read Violeta last month by Isabel Allende, and I think her books are really similar, so I could not read a ton of Isabel Allende books every month because it would be too much of the same. It would be a little bit too boring. But I do like the historical fiction aspect of it and the feministic tones to the books, and yeah, like everything that I said before. But yeah, that's the final update, and now it's July, and I will start a reading vlog where I am reading translated books. So it's going really well so far. And yeah, I will see you in that one. Bye.